The Joe Rogan Experience.
Yeah,
I know you're afraid too.
You know what? As much as I'm afraid, I'm gonna make that walk the day of the day of it, and I'm gonna do it regardless.
Well,
and it sounds more crazy. I would be more afraid of a guy that says I'm afraid, but you know what? I'm gonna still do it, and I don't care if I'm afraid. Bring it, I'll do it. Like this sounds crazy to me more than a guy said, "Oh no, I'm not afraid," because this guy is a lie. He's afraid to say that he's afraid. He's a liar. Like man, you know what I mean? To me, like personally, that's what it is.
Yeah, the posturing and posing, it's unnecessary.
Exactly.
But you are afraid of aliens, though, right?
Yeah, I'm afraid of a lot of things.
Is it true you have like a path mapped out in your house how to get out if the aliens show up? No? That's the rumor, man. That's what I heard. I heard you have a plan because I know you like to use game plans. So I figured you had an alien.
I know karate and I know jiu-jitsu. So the alien show up, I put a triangle choke on him. And I also have a katana. I have also a katana, a Japanese katana. So if they come, I can slice them apart.
Wow. Do you keep a sword in your house? That's pretty gangster, dude.
It's a collection, you know. It's for me. I have two.
You better not bring any crazy bitches home.
Oh, man, it's...
a sword and crazy bitches.
I have this hacksaw on the side of my bed that I always forget is there, and I always almost cut my finger off all the time.
Yeah, you should put that in the garage, son. Fuck is wrong with
it's
you?
Like this big sword / meat cleaver that it's just awesome.
So do you really have a fear of aliens, or is this just a bullshit rumor? Because didn't you do a countdown show, and you did a whole thing talking about how you're being scared of being abducted by aliens?
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared of a lot of things, you know.
But that's a specific one.
I'll get into it. Like I can't talk about it right now. But yeah,
you can't talk about it right now.
Yeah, so it's one day I'm gonna come out and make a big thing about it. But no.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Right now. Yeah. Have you had an experience with aliens?
No.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know. You might have had an experience with
my manager gonna have a heart attack right now.
Listen, this is my brother. I would never do or lead you down any path that's bad for your career. Just as you said that it's good to be afraid, it's also good to be honest about everything, even shit that sounds crazy.
No. That's the thing. I'm honest. I'm honest. I'm afraid. But I don't have to tell everything on the public.
It's true. You don't.
But you know.
Did you have sex with an alien?
Because you're a smart guy. Let me tell you, you're a very smart guy. You know how to dig into people's mind. and as much as I like you, I hate that about you. Because he put me on the spot right now. But he's a very smart guy. But no, I can't go too deep into this.
Listen, if I was on an alien spacecraft and I had sex with an alien, like I'm assuming you did, I feel like I would just come out and talk about it. I don't know why you would hold that back.
No, but I mean, I never.
Something happened, George.
I don't know. It's either I'm crazy or maybe it really happened. But I hope that I'm crazy.
I don't think you're crazy.
I hope I am. I could be crazy. You know, some people, some great mind, and you know, they've been hallucinating stuff. Some people are how do you say, maniaco-depressive. Some people are OCD, some people are this, some people are that, and they're still they've been able to achieve great stuff in their life. You know, so maybe I'm crazy. Who knows? I don't know. I hope I'm crazy.
Well, are these experiences? I can help you in one way. Are these experiences happening at night?
I am not sure. I'm not sure.
Have any of these experiences happened while you've been in the dream state, or where you've just been dreaming, or just asleep and you were woken up?
I am not sure that I had. I don't know. I don't remember anything.
But there was nighttime type things. Was it nighttime when you think you might have had something happen to you?
I can't say something happened to me. I have no proof. I just don't know.
What I'm going to tell you about is your brain produces a chemical while you're sleeping.
But I'm gonna tell you something, and I'm gonna be honest about it. Sometime I'm looking at the clock. And it's like I wake up and I look at the clock right after, and it's like the clock advanced like a 4 hour or 2 hours. There's a time zone that I don't remember what happened.
It's called falling asleep.
I hope so.
What do you think? You think you're getting snatched up and taken away for a couple hours?
No, I think maybe I fall asleep. That's why I hope. Or I can drive. I can drive my car. and it already happened. I drove my car.
While you were
somewhere.
sleeping?
No. I drove my car on a normal day, like going somewhere. Then I look, and it's 2 hours pass. I'm like, 2 hours have just passed, like this. Like maybe I didn't see. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I watched the wrong time. Like I watched my clock and I made a mistake myself.
Right. Most likely, right?
Yes, of course.
Most likely.
I hope so.
Well, that's very minor stuff. That's very minor stuff.
Yeah.
But that could be you being tired because you push yourself and a lot of stress.
It's exactly it's exactly what I hope. So it's exactly what I hope. So.
But you don't have any memories of great dudes putting fingers up your butt.
No, I don't.
None of that.
I've had it, Joe, where you're driving down the street, like on the highway, and you're just like kind of dazed out. And you're like, wait, how long I've been dazed out for like 20 minutes. What have I been doing for 20 minutes?
You could totally go into autopilot, and then like you just realize like almost all of a sudden you're home.
Yeah.
But the thing about being exhausted and sleep, and having these experiences at night. There's a chemical your brain makes that's one of the most powerful psychedelic drugs known to man. So one of the things they're trying to connect, it's called DMT, and one of the things they're trying to connect is people having near-death experiences and people that have had UFO, alien abduction type experiences, and this chemical. And that they can introduce this chemical into the human body, and these people have very similar experiences to what they had when they had a UFO encounter or when they had, a white light near-death experience encounter. And it's most likely there's this chemical that's doing this. So when people are having these experiences, they're very realistic, and they do believe they're being taken aboard by, a UFO somewhere. They might not be wrong.
But this is not a UFO encounter.
This
UFO is unidentified flying object.
Right.
The encounter you talk about, that if they've been taking aboard, this is different. It's like it could be a third type encounter. There's many ways, but this is different. Yeah, but you talk about me. I don't have any memory of such thing. But the thing I don't, like I have, like you say, sometimes I fall asleep, then I wake up. Is the time pass, and I'm like, well, it's like
But that's just because you're tired, man. That's not aliens.
Yeah, no.
But are you worried? You're like, man, maybe it's aliens. Is that what you do?
No, it's because I feel like I didn't fall asleep, and I'm not tired. I'm wide awake. But I fall asleep like this, and it's kind of weird.
Are these on hard sparring days?
No,
just a normal day.
Like it could happen every day.
You should get a GoPro, like a camera, and just record yourself all the time.
Yeah,
and
put
then
a
when you
helmet
ever
on.
think that happens, watch it. I mean, those things record for like 8 hours at a time. Some of them.
Yeah.
How long has this been going on?
Since I'm a kid.
Wow. Wouldn't it be crazy if the aliens like manufactured you to be a mixed martial arts fighter? They're like, let's see if we could just turn this. I'm
sure if it would have happened, I would have been much better than this.
Much better than this. You're the fucking champion. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but if I would be alien manufacturer, I would be Superman.
Well, they just don't want to get ridiculous with it.
It has to be realistic.
It would be, that would be obvious. Like you can't turn a guy into a goddamn superhero.
Maybe they manufacture Anderson Silva, John Jones. Maybe they did.
Maybe
Jose Aldo.
Maybe someone needs to talk to them about their sleep patterns. Maybe they're falling asleep behind the wheel too and being sucked aboard a spaceship for repairs.
Maybe they don't want to talk about it. Maybe they don't say it, but maybe they are. I don't know. I'm just pretending.
I think it's funny though that's maybe one subject that you had a really hard time talking about that.
I do because it
sounds crazy.
Yes, and I will talk about it one day. I'm gonna talk about my fear, all that stuff, and but now I don't get deep into this.
Yeah, maybe they just.
But I promise one day I'll talk about stuff. But it's not what
you promise
think.
One day.
Yeah, I'll promise one day.
What's that? There is no tomorrow. Didn't you see Rocky 3? When Apollo Creed says that to Rocky Balboa,
it's true. Like you said, maybe I'll die one day. Maybe I'll die tomorrow. I hope I touch wood not. And people, and I'm like, oh.
Wait, how did you say that? Was that French? I touch wood not. Is that what you said?
I touch the wood. Like you say when you don't want it happen.
Yeah, man, just let it go. Just whatever information you got, spill it.
No, but I don't know. I'm doing my own research. I'm researching on myself.
Yeah.
Like you say, that's the thing that you just told me is very interesting. The chemical that body
DMT,
produces.
Yeah.
That I'm happy that I meet you today and you tell that about me because it make me happy now.
Yeah, it'll make you think. Like I think a lot of people think they're going crazy, and it's not. It's just your brain makes psychedelic drugs.
It's true.
Your brain produces it, and parts of your liver and your lungs. They don't know why this stuff is in the body, but it's a super potent psychedelic. Your brain makes it, and it happens when you're sleeping. So if like the speculation is that it happens during REM sleep, I don't think they have the most accurate way of measuring it, but they know it's in the body, and they believe it's the theory is that it comes out during periods of heavy stress or when your body thinks it's going to die or in REM sleep. And that those are the times that you have higher levels of this stuff in your neurochemical soup.
That's interesting.
It's crazy. Why would your brain produce an incredibly potent psychedelic drug? So a lot of people that are having these nighttime experiences, it could be just varying levels of this chemical that's going around in your brain. But that doesn't mean that these experiences aren't real. We don't know what the fuck sleeping is anyway. I mean, what is sleeping? You shut your eyes, you shut off, you don't exist in this plane, and your consciousness goes somewhere else. Like literally you have no memory of a giant chunk of your day, and we have no problem with it, and yet we don't connect it to any other realm or the idea of there being other dimensions. You go into another dimension when you go to sleep, okay? You do. You just shut off. You stop. And for all intents and purposes, you are in another dimension. And if while you're in that other dimension, your brain is being pumped with this psychedelic chemical that when you take it when you're sober makes you have these incredible experiences, it just seems like a normal thing to look into. Like people should be looking into that. Like what is happening when you're sleeping? You go away. Yeah. And everybody's just so used to it. They're like, no big deal. We just go away. Just go away for 8 hours a day. You know, everybody's scared to die. And no one's scared to fall asleep. You're shutting off, man. You know you're going to be back, so you're not worried. But you're shutting off. Whatever that is just accepted. If sleeping didn't exist, it would be the craziest fucking thing. If all of a sudden you told people that they had to shut off for 8 hours a night and just completely not be awake, they'd be like, what are you talking about? I got to shut off? They're like, yeah, you're going to shut off for 8 hours a night, and you're not going to know what's happening. People can touch your balls while you're sleeping. You'll have no way of stopping them. There's a lot of things that can happen.
The truth is, like you said, we don't know. We don't know
what the fuck that is.
I could, like you say, it's not that I'm afraid to be crazy. It's just I can say whatever the hell I want, and we don't know. Maybe you know what I mean. We don't know. We don't know the truth. We have no idea.
Yeah, somebody might be stealing time from you. They might be stealing time. They're like, this motherfucker's got too much time.
The truth is, I feel like I had experience, but I don't know what it is. So for me to say it's alien or say it's the drug chemical you talk about, I don't know. I can't tell you right now. I don't know what it is. But I felt like it could have been an experience or not. Maybe I felt maybe I'm crazy and it's the normal thing that everybody go like. Maybe I... But right now, I don't know. I'm making my own research to find out about that.
How are you researching?
And I research a lot of stuff, documentaries and things, and go on the internet. Now it's another thing that you just said to me. I'm going to research that. Maybe I research on the wrong. Maybe I research things that people have tried because that lapse of time that you don't remember. Some people been hypnotized and they had a bad, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Bad adventure, and I don't want to be hypnotized.
Well, that's very controversial. You know, what's happening during hypnosis, hypnotic regression, it's very controversial because there's a lot of people that believe that you can introduce fake memories into a person while they're unconscious, and then you could, you could steer the events in one way or another and introduce false memories. It's not very reliable, I don't think. So that's one of the big things about these people that have these crazy stories from hypnotic regression. Like, what the fuck is really going on? You don't know. A lot of times people that are in therapy in the first place are a little wound up.
Of course.
So those are the type of people that you're dealing with. You're hypnotizing them, and then you're finding out about these nutty experiences with aliens. Who knows what the fuck you're really getting.
But I'm going to tell you, it's like Socrates used to say, you take a fish in the water, okay? And the fish lives in his environment. Let's say a fisherman, he grab a fish in the water. He pulls it off the water, look at him, make the fish look around, and drop the fish back in the water. The fish after is going to go back to his friend, and he's going to tell the other fish, man, I've been put out of the water, and it was, people were breathing air. It was another environment. I saw a human being pull, like a man grabbing me. I saw trees. I saw a bird in the sky. I saw like a sun. I'm like, I see a different thing in different universe, and then he put me back. The other fish will think he's completely insane, you know, and it's normal. So maybe in a way, we're all like fish. And maybe there is something like you said that like when you see another universe or another well or something, and we don't know, and we're right next to it, but we don't know. And if that's why I'm doing research, I want to see, you know, I want to grow as a human being, find what's the truth, even though I probably will never find out the truth. But I want to get closer, and find my own research, see what's happening, you know, and we're all in the same pattern, you know.
Oh, it is already? Yeah. What the fuck, son?